Here's my foot. Here's the bullet.
Oh, no way.
I was standing next to him when he shot it, when it shot too.
What?
If he had been holding that the wrong way, he might have blown my foot off instead of his. Basically married. So.
I'm sorry for your loss, man.
Hey, why'd you just download 11 gigabytes worth of hentai? Ultra.
Hello, and welcome to the Casual Coders Podcast. This is a podcast where myself and quite a few of my friends here will introduce ourselves soon, just talk about really fun, nerdy topics to each other, and talk about anything and everything, but they tend to stray nerdy just because we tend to just like have fun with that. So what are we talking about today? Oh, by the way, my name's Kyle.
I'm Quentin.
Ian?
Chandler.
Let's go. All right. So I'm going to hit Chandler up first. Chandler, what do you want to talk about today?
So I noticed this recently more than anything else, but when I'm like playing video games, I feel like I'm worse at them all of a sudden. I don't know if it's due to like my lack of time recently.
The fact that you're constantly drinking?
The fact that I'm constantly drinking, yes.
Yeah, that probably,
Yeah, that probably plays an impact on that.
I don't drink that much. I just drink when I play video games. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
like
relax.
3 things of Twisted Tea per day.
No, it's like 1 to 2. Chill, man. No, but like
Chandler's
it's not
an alcoholic.
Oh no, I'm not. But here's the thing, okay? It's not just like me drinking. Like I know when I drink, I am worse at it. But like I feel like my reflexes are just overall worse, and I don't know if it's because my muscle memory.
No, man, that's called you're getting older.
Yeah, but that's the
I'm
thing.
sorry.
I'm only 21. My reflexes shouldn't be worse, right?
So here's my guess. I think that like when we were like teenagers, we just spent all of our time playing video games, right? So if you look at it, like,
yeah, that's also true. I see that.
yeah, like number of hours in, our reflexes were like spot on. But now like
Yeah, now how often do you really play video
I mean,
games? It's
I
not like
guess
you're
that's
playing
kinda
all
true.
day or anything like that.
Yeah, Quentin,
Well,
we were
there was
talking
one
about it before the
time-
podcast.
So we were doing a fire alarm inspection. I do fire alarm inspections.
Ooh, very fun.
At a nursing home, and I had to go into this one guy's room to test his smoke detector. Dude was probably easily in his 90s, just sitting there playing on his computer. And they
While
were
the
trying.
fire alarm was going on?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
While it was going off. And they were trying to give him food, trying to clean him and everything. And he just kept shooing him away. He's like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but let me play my game. I'm just like, if that's not me, when I'm older-
I'm playing Warzone here. Jesus.
Funny enough, he was playing Call of Duty.
so eventually we're like, no, sir, you have to leave.
Oh, no.
You just let him play? What?
Yeah.
Isn't there like some legality around that, or am I retarded?
No, you just have to make sure that the stuff works.
Okay.
Well, I guess it worked, but he's like,
Because
fuck
we
off.
were having a conversation last night over the university that we've attended. And apparently they have motion sensors in the dorm rooms because legally they must ensure that every resident leaves during
Really?
a fire alarm. Yes.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know it until yesterday evening.
What?
They have motion sensors in the dorm rooms, so they'll know if you're walking around. Like a little light comes on their board.
What's really fun is when you have fire drills and you see girls and guys go out in just their towels and you know
Oh my
exactly what
God.
the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly,
also fun
showering,
when
right?
it happens in the middle of January.
Oh, it's
whenever
really
it's
great.
cold.
Yeah.
Did you do that to
absolutely.
someone,
I
Quentin?
Oh, you asshole. I love it.
We did the depot last year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But will any of you guys ever stop playing video games, or do you think you'll be playing them for life?
No, I'll be playing them for life. No matter how shit I get, I will always play Halo. And like, no matter how bad at Call of Duty I get, that's the one good thing about the skill-based. Okay, hot take: skill-based matchmaking is not the worst thing ever. I'm sorry, because like people who don't have the time to play the games and get good will actually play matches where they're having fun. And I know I am going to start a fight by saying that.
No, I
Because,
agree
like,
with that.
The Call of Duty elitists will be like, no, you got to have random. Like I like random matchmaking too, but I think they're both good. I think they're both great ways to do it. I think they should have the option to turn it off if you don't like it, but I may not turn it off because, like I just said, I don't have the time to be good at the video games anymore, and I drink when I play games half the time now. So I need to be not shit at games.
I probably should have made sure of this earlier. You probably never started recording on the Roadcaster, did you?
No, I didn't know.
That's
Hit
fine.
that
record
big button. Yep.
Oh,
wow.
wow. Look at that.
There we go.
Oh,
Well, I guess
cool.
it's fine.
It's
We just
okay.
have
We've
that.
got a backup over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys just got a slight audio boost right there.
Very nice.
Perfect.
I have noticed that everyone's mic is like picking up every single person. Like the main mic that someone's on goes high, and then like Chandler's speaking, and all of these other mics are still picking him up slightly.
Yeah, but it's like a lot. It's like regressed. Right?
Yeah, it's regressed.
okay.
Pretty
You're not going to be able to
significantly.
hear it in like the actual audio.
You hope.
Ian seems to spike up quite a lot when I talk, and that might be what I'm noticing.
Yeah, that's what I've
It's
noticed.
also probably because you're right next to him.
Yeah.
that too. Yeah,
And this is
a
our first
different mic.
podcast, Growing Pains. You know.
Oh,
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah.
This is going to be the
I
second
mean, I
episode
can
you
do
see.
one of these
First
on
recording.
me and
Yeah.
see what that does.
Glorious.
That
Pull
might
myself down a
help a
tiny
little
bit.
So Chandler, always keep playing.
Yeah.
Ian.
I don't know. I mean, I think so, but I really can't say. It sort of depends on how much time I have. I don't play that many video games right now anyway. I sort of don't.
Yeah, because you've done like a lot of your time doing projects or watching YouTube, I guess.
Yeah, that is sort
free
of it.
skills or-
Unfortunately, it's far too much time watching YouTube, which is horrible. I gotta fix that at some point.
My hobbies
But,
are a full-time job, so
Yeah. Yeah, you have so many startups. Your hobbies are literally just making more startups and
and playing
hoping
video
for
games.
money.
Yeah, and hoping for money.
Yeah.
Although that hopefully will turn out very good come February, but we'll talk about that in a future podcast. So, Quentin, your input.
Ah.
I already said I'm gonna keep playing.
Oh, you're gonna keep
He
playing?
did, yeah, actually.
Let's go. I told myself when I was younger I'd never stop playing video games, but I've slowly stopped playing more and more video games just because you have so much other things to do in life, you know? Like,
Yeah, there are so many other things you want to do besides sit on your ass for 8 hours a day and play Call of Duty or
But the
Halo.
Okay,
It's
maybe not
so
8 hours
fun.
a day, but like I still want to sit down and like say I want to have a beer with the boys over the internet and play some Call of Duty.
I mean, yeah, on occasion.
Counter
but-
argument: just have a beer with the boys.
Yeah,
But
that's
Call of
also a
Duty.
good counter argument. I prefer that.
Or we could come over to my place and play Mario Kart on the 60-inch TV.
I'd rather
I'm
do
down.
that because then you're together as a group instead of being together as a
Yo,
group
we need
over
to do a
Discord.
couch co-op stream. That's another thing we should do.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
No social distancing, obviously, because
Oh,
COVID doesn't exist.
yeah,
shut
exactly.
up!
It's a
Shut
giant
up.
government hoax. Yeah, the whole thing's
The
definitely
guy who
fake.
just got
Yes.
vaccinated says this. All right, Quentin, you had another topic you wanted to discuss?
Modern day people in modern history that deserve a statue.
That's a very
And
loaded
why?
question.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, yeah.
So, I guess I'll start. Give you guys some time to think because I've already thought this one over. But Stan Lee,
Oh yes, 100%. I fully agree. It needs to be in front of the Marvel headquarters.
yeah, because he's had such an impact on the world.
He has had a huge impact, and like his characters are literally reaching billions of people.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah,
Like Avengers Endgame, biggest media release ever.
yeah. I think it beat out Grand Theft Auto 5, which at the time held the record.
Mhm.
That's huge.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we could talk about our meme lord, Elon Musk, but he can just erect his own damn statue.
Yeah, I
he has
think
the
he's gonna
money.
get a
He's got the
statue for
money for
sure.
that. Yeah.
People like, do we want to talk about people who wouldn't be able to like erect their own statue? Or are we talking about people who?
Yeah, just about everyone.
yeah, just about
You have
everyone.
to deal with all
but
the land.
Fucking Elon
and
Musk.
then
Until the metaverse, right?
cost-
Oh,
Oh yeah,
no.
you mean until
Mark-
Facebook's own world that they're trying to make so they can overthrow the
Zuckerberg,
government? Yeah,
I'm sorry, but no, you don't need a statue in real life. You already have an entire fucking universe to do that in,
I
all
don't
right?
think he needs a statue either way. Like nowhere. I don't want a statue for Zuckerberg.
I literally wrote a paper last night on why Facebook is terrible as a
Literally,
company.
you can just say Facebook. You can literally
Excuse
just
me,
say
Meta.
Facebook bad, and it's justified. All right.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that it is a research paper. I had to justify it.
Nah, man, you can just say that it's bad.
Oh no,
Nah, it's fine. Don't you worry. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna do one of those. Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
that is the wrong one because I think we're peaking in the video.
Yeah,
so
we are peaking ever so slightly in the video, so
But
we're
that's
just
okay.
gonna
We have the audition
pull
backup.
it back by a tiny
We're
bit.
having 3 backups.
We have far too many backups, but that's okay because you can never have enough backups until it numbers 1 terabyte in backup data, and you've realized that you just have 18 copies of the same audio.
100%.
Is there anybody else like you can think of at the top of your head?
Robin Williams.
Oh yes, what you're thinking of like? Is there any like not?
Who is
actors?
Robin Williams?
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm sorry. I'm
What the
very
fuck is wrong with
go.
both of you?
I'm very uncultured.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay, so my dad named our Roomba Mrs. Doubtfire, and I have no idea why.
Yeah.
The genie in Aladdin.
Yeah, he played the
Okay.
genie in Aladdin. That's what
Oh,
he
I
was like.
see.
That was like one of his big Disney roles. He was also in like Hook, and he was famous for being a comedian. It's the big thing is that he was really funny. But he tragically ended his life. I think, was it like 2015? I'm going to Google what it is.
2014.
Was it 14? Did you Google this? Did you
No,
do research?
I know about it.
Okay.
He knows.
I'm going to go look up his
He knows.
Wikipedia page so I can like read to you guys stuff about Mario movies. His daughter's name is Zelda. He's really into Nintendo. He was really into Nintendo.
Oh, let's go.
So he named his
All
daughter
right.
Zelda. And he actually had a Nintendo ad where he was like talking about the Princess Zelda with his daughter, and his daughter goes, "Dad, are you talking about like Legend of Zelda
I clicked
again?"
the wrong button. Very nice.
That was like the whole joke.
I feel like a lot of the people who we would say would get statues would be people who are like famous. And there's
Yeah.
like two types of fame really nowadays, right? There's like the movie level fame, and then there's like the social media influencer type of fame.
I a hot take. There's not very many influencers who deserve a statue.
That's
No, I agree with that.
indeed a hot take.
Yeah, it is a hot take because
It's a hot take, but I
by
see it.
technicality, we are influencers.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
that's
I guess
true, but
anyone's an influencer, right? I can influence you to purchase something.
That's not what I'm
or-
talking about. Like when
But
they,
yeah, I guess if
the
you,
dev-
yeah,
if you were to break it down based on like hours someone has affected someone else's life, though, I
Yeah,
bet like
that's fair.
PewDiePie is like one of the #1 people ever in the world.
yeah, but
you know?
PewDiePie's kind of
probably, yeah.
wholesome. He's not that bad. He's
So
like
you
one of
guys
the
are
few.
telling-
What?
So you guys are telling me Logan Paul doesn't deserve
No,
one?
fuck Logan Paul.
I'm pretty sure he
PewDiePie,
deserves
I would
to be thrown
consider.
in a landfill and just like covered up.
But
and
based on, like,
forgotten about.
He'll
affecting
resurrect like
people's lives.
Cyberpunk.
Oh fuck.
But based on affecting people's lives, Logan Paul would be up there. Like,
He
no-
would be up there, but I'm going to argue that I would much rather have PewDiePie a statue than fucking Logan Paul.
What if
Or
I'd
any of
rather
the
have
either
none
of
of
the
them
Paul
as a
brothers,
statues?
actually. I
As a
used to watch
statue.
them on Vine as a kid, but I fucking hate them now.
What about Mr. Beast though?
Beast is good. He's good. He's a
He's
great
doing
guy.
Team Seeds right now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and he just
Yeah.
gives away half of like a shitload of his wealth. Although, like we saw, Haley saw a TikTok the other day. And about to, Mr. Beast isn't worth that much. He's only worth $25 million.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
25
only
million. That's
25
nothing.
million?
Oh,
What?
Man, yeah.
The crazy thing is though, is like he's probably actually only worth like 2 million because literally every video he gets probably maybe even $20 million based on all of his different video sources, right?
And he has like
He-
5 channels.
He immediately turns that around and just uses all of that budget on the next video.
Yeah,
and like gives it
probably.
away. Because like, what was it? Squid Game, he gave away $451,000 or something like that.
That's not
Yeah,
even
but out of $25 million,
that's not a lot, no, but
That's
he's given
not a
away a
huge
lot
percentage,
more.
but he's
Like,
given away a lot,
Like
yes.
every other video, he's giving people shit. Like, I think they said that like he's like half of his friend's income or something like that.
I would believe it. But like he also like rebuilt all of the sets for Squid Game from scratch himself.
That's
Well, he had a bunch of
expensive.
other
That's a
YouTubers
lot
help
of
him.
undertaking.
Like William Osmond helped him out with some of the props and stuff.
Oh, did he really?
yeah,
That's super
he's
cool.
doing a
I did
video
not
on
know
it
that.
soon, I believe.
Let's go. I'm excited about that. So I would also, but this I guess doesn't necessarily apply because it's technically not present day. But the guy who invented the transistor, who is that? I don't know.
Oh shit, I don't.
Damn it,
remember.
I have to Google it.
Yeah, no, yeah. That if anything, I definitely think that that's statue
Mentor
worthy.
of the
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like
Because
literally-
that's everything. I mean, how many transistors do you see just looking around, even just on this table here? Here's a couple trillion.
There
I'm
is
sure there's
not-
another couple million here,
Yeah.
couple million here, trillions in your phone.
Yeah, trillion in the
yeah,
phone, like-
There is
there's
not-
so many transistors.
There is not
that-
one person who is responsible for inventing the transistor. It is technically Bell Laboratories, also known as their modern term, AT&T, who invented the transistor
I see.
in a
yes.
laboratory.
Yeah, but AT&T's got shit internet, so never mind. We can deconstruct that statue.
Yeah, but
Throw
they
it
have
in the
Lily,
trash.
so-
Fuck them.
Oh, shut up, you fucking simp. Jesus Christ. He simps for Lily and
He's
AT&T.
simping for AT&T. How dare he?
All right, so there's another.
You're
if we're gonna-
telling me you wouldn't?
No, I'm not going to. I'm sorry. The internet's too shitty. It's too
I'm
shitty.
basically married. So
I'm sorry for your loss, man.
Lots of free time. Rip.
Yeah.
all right, well anyway, so there's an okay, so
That's
one,
why he doesn't play video games anymore.
it all makes sense, full
we
circle.
figured it out.
Oh, there was
That's also why he drinks.
I'm so glad
I hope
Haley-
your girlfriend doesn't watch this.
she asked me, "Do I have to?" And I told her no.
there was one other thing I want to talk about with the video games thing though. And that's that like when you sit down and like play like one of the more arcadey games, like a shooter, that doesn't require like a whole lot of like time sync because like each match, you know, even in like the larger ones like Valorant,
well, that
only
depends.
takes
If
like
it's
an hour.
Counter-Strike, it's like 90 hours, and that's a pretty large commitment for me.
90 minutes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
90
90 minutes. I said 90 hours, didn't I?
But then
Yes.
there's like the other
As you can
games.
see, I have a pea brain.
But then there's like the other games that like build up upon like whatever you do, like for example, Satisfactory, right? You spend a bunch of time in there, you build it up over time, build that up over time, build it up over time. It's like a bunch of hours, like a time sink. It's like,
Yeah, I guess it's.
You are describing why I play shooters. You are literally describing the reason why.
oh really? That's why you do it? Because
Yes.
it's like less time.
Because it's way less time. I can hop into a match in Halo and play one match and be done. And like, that's it. That's also why I loved Rocket League as a concept, where it was like 5-minute matches. I could go literally, like when Rocket League first got really big, I would come home from school and I would have to be at work in like a half hour, and I would sit down and I'd play like 3 matches of Rocket League, get ready and leave.
Fair enough.
Man, that is so counterintuitive to me actually, because whenever I go to do something, I want to do a lot of it, or I feel like I'm wasting my time because I didn't get like enough, like deep enough into
I'm the
it.
opposite. If I do something for too long, I feel like I'm wasting my time and I can do better things.
I agree with Chandler here, actually. Yeah, there are many times where I'll like be like, all right, cool, I want to play a video game. So I open up a video game, and then I stare at the title screen for 5 minutes, and I'm like, this is too much of a commitment, and I close the game.
But what about code, right? So like if you're going to write code,
I
would
can
you
make
rather-
money off of that very easily, and I can make a lot of it.
But like,
Yeah, man,
are
I
you-
do all that at work. I don't know. I'm
But are
sorry.
you more inclined to like open up like a code, program for like 30 minutes, and go do something else, or would you be more inclined to like deep dive into it, or is it because you make money that's why you deep dive?
I think it's
Well,
why that's part of the reason. It's my motivation behind
Yeah.
why I deep dive.
I see. Okay.
Now, that being said, I never, like the projects I do with Ian, or like the projects I do for fun with like you, I never intended to make money off of those. I guess a lot of the projects we do, though, relate to one of the startups that I'm not going to talk about on this episode yet.
Fair enough.
But like it relates to the startup. So like, yeah, I am going to make money off of that. And a lot of our projects we started with the intent of like, hey, maybe we could like make money off of this.
Yeah,
like,
can we talk
like
about-
auto stonks?
Can we
Yeah,
talk
sure.
about the first one that we started in freshman year of
You know what? Fuck it. He already knows about it. Steven already my bosses already know about
Does
this.
Quentin know about it? Okay, all right.
he
So
does know
everyone
about
here
it.
knows about Hentai Gan.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh boy.
Yes, and I apologize for any of my family members who are about to hear this. I'm sorry. I'm not the innocent Catholic boy you think I am. Obviously not. I've said fuck like 4 times already.
How many images was it? It was at least like
It was
12,000.
5 gigabytes of hentai.
No,
and
no,
it
it was 11
JPEGs.
gigs. It
Hold
was
on,
11
what
gigs
is
of
what is a
hentai.
GAN? What is a GAN?
Generative Adversarial Network.
Yeah, so for people, right? Like what in earth?
It is an
this
AI that
project?
generates. Okay, I'm gonna give you the TLDR. It is an AI that generates images. Is what we were making.
Yeah, basically you feed it a whole bunch of base images, and then it tries to create new images.
Quentin is trying not to burst out into laughter right now.
It tries to create new images that look like what you've input to it.
Unironically, though, you could actually probably make a ton of money if you were to
That was
successfully make.
literally that was the idea, right?
We
You just
had-
generate a whole bunch of
Had
hentai on the fly whenever
30,000
people.
images, and it did not work.
Yeah, no, it was like 30,000 images, 11.2 gigabytes of
They were
hentai
JPEGs,
in a zip
so they weren't
folder.
like super high quality, but still. Like
No.
we had so much fucking hentai
mean, we
on
were
my
training-
computer. It was so bad.
No, the great thing is I was downloading this like the zip file multiple times on university Wi-Fi.
I was about to say, like, your ISP is just like.
Yeah, the university is just like,
You know what the
what's
best part
going
was?
on over here?
I encrypted it so that way they wouldn't know what you were downloading.
Oh, very
remember?
good. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. I'm sure that I didn't need the knock on my dorm room.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
man.
why'd you just download 11 gigabytes worth of hentai? like ultra
shut up, I
We're
live
making
alone.
money. It's my business prospect.
moving along. Oh, so I wanted to go back to the. We're jumping topics here, but I want to go back to
that's
the whole
cool.
like the statue thing. So I met. So when I went to college, I went to Kent State for my first year, and I had this
know that.
professor, and I don't remember his name, and I'm probably gonna go Google it because he was first of all he was one of the best professors I've ever had. He was really passionate about what he was teaching. He was a physics teacher. He was really passionate about what he was teaching. And he talked about it all the time, and he was really cool. And I didn't know this until I did some research on him. But he was like one of the guys who was head of the team that invented the LCD display.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes. He literally was like vital in inventing the display that we use on like every fucking day.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's wild.
I knew that like the modern TV was invented at Kent State. Like I knew that already, but I did not know he was like the scientist responsible
See,
for
I
it.
didn't know that even.
You didn't know that?
No.
No, yeah, the modern LCD was invented at Kent State for like a research project.
Oh, that's even more wild. The fact that it's just a research project, like a student research project.
I don't.
or
I'm gonna go look it up
professor,
right
or-
now.
Go look it up. I'd be
Yeah,
super
yeah,
curious. Man, it's so crazy. I feel like there's a tons of like technologies that people are just like, yeah, just as a research project, and then in the
Yeah,
future,
right.
it's
And then
like-
suddenly everyone uses it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it similar with like the lithium-ion battery?
something like-
some research project or something, and then everyone was like, "Nah, man, we're not gonna make that. That's like too expensive to like gear up the tooling for." And then suddenly there's a lithium-ion cell in everything you look at now.
It also wasn't like the modern. It was weird. So like LCDs existed, but they like perfected the technique, I should say. Like they already existed. They were already experimental. But like they like really, really helped out a lot. I'm gonna go Google what's this thing.
There can be like a whole episode on like different inventions that were accidental. Like, did you guys know that like the ice cream cone itself was an accidental invention?
I was unaware. No.
Yeah, previous
how
to
did that happen? Yeah.
So apparently before they only sold ice cream sandwiches, and ice cream sandwiches, you know, when they're in the packaging,
Yeah, right.
they're really flexible. And so what people used to do apparently is they'd take off part of the ice cream sandwich, they would coil it into a cone, and they'd put the ice cream in there, eat the one cookie, lick the ice cream, and then, you know, eat the other part. And the people saw that and was like, we can turn that into an ice cream cone.
I had no idea. Thank you for
That's
enlightening
so
me.
wild.
Yeah, fun fact.
So I just did some research, and apparently Kent State has an entire college of their university dedicated to LCD technology.
LCD is so common now. I mean, what major?
I don't know what they're trying to
leaps are
expand,
you
or they did.
doing?
They yeah.
I
So
don't know,
building on the
right?
foundation of Glenn
It's probably
H.
like
Brown,
reducing the
Liquid
power,
Crystal
increasing
Institute.
pixel density, I assume.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But micro OLED's sort of better.
He
for
might
that
not have been
anyway.
like the head of
I don't know.
the project either, but I know that he was like a really he like worked on it. Like he was like one of the main scientists who worked on it, and that's what I thought was so cool because he mentioned it one day, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
that
think
is
anybody
super,
else
super
in the
cool.
room like got like the significance of what this man helped invent. Like
That's what I thought about. Someone at the University of Akron worked on the C compiler.
like the original one.
Yeah, like he
Oh, wow.
actively contributed to the C compiler itself.
You mean the compiler that's responsible for like every single program that existed
Literally,
today?
like what? Like he taught the compilers class for a little bit.
Oh, that would be. I would love to
Interesting.
take that class.
Yeah,
But-
unfortunately he left.
oh, damn.
He left the year I took it, unfortunately. But
Oh,
we
so
know-
you were like the last person to get to experience this class.
No, I was the first person to not be able to experience the class. Other people you know
Oh,
though are the
no.
last people to experience this class.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Quentin's like, oh, damn nerd shit.
I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think you did a little bit of programming in high school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you be opposed to like relearning it to help us out with projects?
No.
No, you wouldn't be opposed. Cool. So-
Aha, got him on camera. Let's go.
All right, we got him. Let's go. Now
Also,
that-
this is completely off topic, but I've been meaning to say it. So when you guys hear the name Brian May, what do you guys think about?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I have no clue who that is.
No idea. So sorry.
Okay, he's the guitarist for Queen.
Oh, okay. I probably should have
Oh.
known that because my
He
dad is
also
like,
has like 4 degrees in astrophysics and helped put the first people on the moon.
What?
seriously?
But he's more known
Huh.
for being the guitarist in Queen.
Yeah, literally.
That's
what?
wild.
That is so crazy.
Why are there so many wild facts going around the table today, guys?
Yeah, we're
right?
just lighting
How
it up.
many? Yeah, right. It just keeps coming. Just 3 seconds later, another one.
Man, so crazy.
All right. So, Kyle, did you have any topics you want to talk about?
I did, but my
If you're struggling, I can throw one out.
all right, yeah, throw one out.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on the new Apple self-service repair thing? How do you think that one's going to backfire in everyone's face?
Oh yeah, right.
Did you hear about? Okay, let's give a quick rundown. Quentin, did you know? Did you hear about this?
I know what it is.
What
Okay,
is
but I'm gonna give a quick rundown for
Yeah,
anyone.
what is right to repair, for example? Do you guys know right?
Yeah, like the ability to like repair your own devices, which by
Right,
the
you
way
don't
should be
truly
like
own it.
common fucking sense.
Yeah, you don't
like you should
truly
be
own it
able
unless
to
you can
repair your
repair
own
it.
fucking car. You should be able to record repair your own cell phone, your own laptop, your own
computer,
whatever the
anything,
hell you
yeah.
own. But anyway, so Apple now has like this new program where you can like go and order parts for your phone like officially from Apple and repair them instead of having to like buy a broken phone that just happens to have the part that you need.
Yeah, like a replacement battery or a replacement screen,
Yeah,
whatever. You
and
can
this is
go
like-
to Apple, and apparently there's something about if you send the old one back, they give you some form of discount. But
Yeah, and there's like
I don't know, man.
So this happened to coincide with like them needing to fulfill a requirement from like the EPA or something.
Oh, was there that? I wasn't aware
Yeah.
of that.
They were getting in
but
trouble, or maybe it wasn't the EPA, maybe it was like some other lawsuit, but they were being
FCC
sued.
or
No, they-
FTC maybe.
I don't know. No, it was some
exactly.
environmental agency.
Okay.
But they were being sued, and basically it said, "Hey, if you guys don't like do meet our demands, or at least try to like start meeting our demands, we're gonna like release some shitty information on you." And they're like, and I'm thinking, what other shitty information would you have on Apple? Like,
Yeah,
what
I
the
know. There's
fuck
already
did
so
they do?
much.
I
Yeah.
figured they just threatened them with money.
Maybe it was just money.
It's
I
nothing.
don't know.
It's a $2 trillion company. What
Touche,
fine can you give them that will
Touche.
actually impact them in any way?
Yeah, they
anyway,
can do whatever they
literally the day before the deadline was, they released this plan. And the other thing is that this is probably also directly in response to the European Union wants to like put restrictions in where a phone has to last 5 years and has to have a USB-C charging port.
Oh, I
Yeah,
saw. The
I
USB-C
love
charge.
how that all Apple phones have a USB-C to Lightning charging port now.
Yeah, which they really should just use a fucking USB-C. Tim Cook, damn it!
Please.
But no, Apple wants to be proprietary.
It's because they want to sell you that new
Nah,
charging
man, they
block.
need their licensing fees on that Lightning connector, man. I don't know what it is.
$2 trillion. Fuck off. You don't need the fucking licensing fees, which, by the way, are like, you can get around them really easily. Like, there are so many Chinese knockoff cables that work just as well as the official Apple ones.
Just as good.
But I don't know.
No, I don't know. I'm expecting this to backfire in some way, though, right? They're going to do whatever that they've consistently been doing, like the certified repair technician thing where, oh, yeah, you can become an Apple certified repair technician, but Apple has to go into your shop, and if you have any tools to even, like, do board-level repair or any of the stuff that's actually good for the environment, you just immediately get sued out of existence, and your shop gets destroyed. You're no longer allowed to do anything for Apple. And
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, even if you ordered another phone and got a component off of it and put it in your phone, the act of opening your phone would void the warranty.
it shouldn't. It can't.
doesn't now.
Legally, it doesn't.
Now
But-
It did, though, for them before.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a law stating that you can't like void the warranty.
Yeah, it's
based
the
on,
what is it? Something
opening it
Mo's Warranty Act. I
Literally,
don't know.
LTT had a video on this like
Yeah.
2 years ago, where literally just went over like, yeah, those warranty void stickers are literally illegal in the United States and Canada.
Technically, they
Yes,
can
they are
void your
illegal.
warranty. However, it's on them to prove that you have damaged the device in some way.
But can't they just say, look, we put the sticker there, the sticker's damaged.
Well, that's
that
what the
is us
sticker was
proving.
there for. But then they were basically saying there was like some lawsuit saying,
But
yeah,
the
that's
sticker
invalid.
doesn't damage any like the physical function of the device. Like if you open your phone and
Well, yeah,
damage the
that's what it
cameras or
was.
whatever, but
That's
it's got
what
a
it was.
motherboard flaw. Legally, the company still has to fix the motherboard. They don't have to do anything for the cameras because you damaged them, but they have to fix the motherboard because that was flawed from the factory or whatever. Obviously, they're going to work around that in some way.
Yeah,
shape, or
exactly.
form
But
by
like
saying, well, we
electromagnetic
don't know, you got the
interference.
cameras. But
You plugged in a device that we didn't certify needed to be plugged in, or
yeah,
whatever.
something.
Speaking of
stupid,
breaking
whatever.
phones, Quentin, do you want to tell us a story about how you bit your phone?
Wait, he bit his phone?
He looks very upset.
Give me a second.
That's what needs a swig.
Yeah.
Well, a good thing it's not fucking Red Stag.
It's apple juice. People only listening on audio are like, sure, apple juice.
All right,
Yeah, that's some pretty strong whiskey, man. I can smell it over here.
All right, fuckers. So it was my birthday last year. Actually, this year.
This year.
I was already drunk, and all my friends were fighting. So I decided to put a bendy straw, in the end of
Upside down.
Jim Beam Red Stag bottle, and I chugged it in 30 seconds.
Oh,
Well,
very
do,
good.
Do you know what the straw does, Kyle? Because I know you're not much of a drinker.
I assume, like, so normally, like, if you have like a milkshake glass, right, and you turn a straw upside down, you can use it to like get parts of the milkshake that you normally
No.
couldn't get. But I assume
No.
it's not for that.
No,
Okay.
so it's used
It's
entirely.
airflow.
It's airflow.
It helps. It helps.
Oh, I see.
the
Okay.
drink flow smoother.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've seen friends just like twirl the glass, like the whole like tornado in a
Oh,
bottle
yeah, tornado
sort of
thing,
style,
yeah.
where they're just like. I have
I
no
used to do
clue.
that
I've seen a
kind
guy
of-
chug. I for some reason one of my friends chugs ice this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't. They call
Like
it getting
Smirnoff
iced.
ice.
Whatever the like ice
Oh, those,
beer
like,
stuff.
Yeah,
is.
Smirnoff Ice,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I don't know. For some reason, they call it getting iced. They just hand him an ice, and he like immediately grabs it.
Damn it, Alexa!
That was so scary. That was so
I
loud.
was terrified.
Alexa, fuck off.
Hey, wiretap, get out of my life.
Hey, Wiretap, how do you make pancakes?
Anyway, so he like pops the top, tornadoes it, and then just chugs the whole thing.
I'm unplugging it.
I don't understand. What am I saying?
It's because the
Tornado.
Amazon just delivered something. Amazon guy just delivered something. Anyway,
Oh,
finish the
I see.
story.
Okay, yeah. So he tornadoes it, chugs the whole bottle, and then I don't know, maybe like 30 seconds. It's ridiculous. And he did like 3 or 4 in one night once for his birthday, and then he ended up puking because, well, you know,
The only thing that
one
I
of
can
the
think
like
about
huge
that
ones as well.
is the motion, and since it's creating its own airflow,
But
Yeah.
why does the straw need to be upside down?
so that way whenever you're actually chugging it, it has a spot for air to come in.
I love going over to the fluid dynamics of how to get drunk
But
faster.
wouldn't the
Oh
straw
my
the
God.
other way be just as effective?
Well, if you want the fluid dynamics of getting
No,
drunk
because
faster, you just
it
give yourself an
comes
alcohol
in
enema,
waves.
but I'm pretty sure that kills you.
All right, I'm confused. But I'll believe you.
the air. So like, just think about it like this. Okay, so you take the bendy straw and you put it in the bottle. Actually, I might be able to give you an example.
Oh boy, we're demonstrating.
All right,
I'm
let's
not
go.
going to drink
Podcast.
any, but I'm going to give you the example. I will be right back.
Oh,
Continue
boy.
talking about it.
Anyways, you put a bendy straw.
I put a bendy straw in the bottle.
Chugged it.
30 seconds. It was my friend and I worked it out like the next day. It's like the equivalent of like 20 shots.
Oh my god.
So this is
How I survived, I
How
don't know.
how the fuck would you survive that? Very good. Oh, it's actually Jim Beam as well.
and then you chug it.
Yeah, I'll chug that now.
How's this upside down though? Isn't this the right way for a straw?
No. You put that to your.
Oh, by upside down you just mean you bend it. Oh, okay. I thought you meant take this out, turn
Yeah,
it upside
I
down,
also
and put
thought
it in the bottle.
that's sort of what I thought as well. I was like, well, maybe it pushes the straw to the corner, but no,
Yeah, I
I
was
see.
like-
Yeah.
You bend it like
No,
this,
I
and then
understand.
you
It's all
bring
good.
it in.
I
This
see.
one
Show the
doesn't
camera.
work,
Show
it's
the
a
camera.
silicone straw,
Show the
but-
camera so you're not just showing me.
Yeah, so you just bend it, and then you're gonna have to fix the audio. And then
So
It
you
says you
bend
just
it. Oh, hold it up. I got you.
Trying to get drunk, kids.
This is how you get drunk faster. Hold it up to the camera. I got you. I'll give you the live audio over. I guess not. Never
He
mind.
says.
I
no.
was gonna do live voiceover, but he says no. Very nice.
Fair enough.
Fair
And
enough.
then
I respect it.
our lovely friend Dave from the server decided to call me with our friend Colby in the background. I was drunk enough to the point where I didn't know who they were, and I didn't know who I was. Don't ask me how.
You
I have
were
no
so
idea.
drunk that you didn't know who you were.
Yeah, but I knew how to
Sure,
file.
I see it.
But I knew how to file an insurance claim on my phone. I don't know why, and I don't know how. But that's
So you need to know who you are in order to file an insurance claim?
So I was on the phone with them. He said, "Hey, you know that thing you're talking into? Yeah, you should bite it." Okay,
Oh.
and I bit it right here at the corner,
Uh-huh.
like right here, and it was glitching.
Oh no, because if you shatter pixels in an OLED, it'll just kill whole
Yeah.
sections of screen. Yeah.
I still can't believe that your biting force was enough to do that.
I'm surprised.
Your biting force is enough to bite off your finger cleanly.
I'm surprised that he
your
didn't
fingers
chip
are
a
also the
tooth
same
or something on
consistency
that.
of a carrot.
But glass is so much harder than your flesh.
Not as well. Glass is physically. Damn it! There's this technical term for this, where it's harder, yes, but its tensile strength. Is
Oh,
not that
it's more
much
brittle.
It's more brittle, yeah. So it's really easy to break it.
Especially if it's tempered glass, especially on the edges, there's a lot of stress.
It's, Corning
on the
Gorilla
edge
Glass, but
of
yes.
tempered glass. No, I don't know. Yeah, how?
And it was a Galaxy. It was not a cheap
glass?
phone. It was a Galaxy S20,
Yikes!
and it was the $1,100 version of the Galaxy S20.
So is that the end of that phone call? It's like, you know the thing you're talking on? Bite it. And you said, okay. And that was the end of the phone call?
Yeah, that was the end of the phone call.
All right then.
Yeah, now
that's
he-
an expensive phone call. I gotta say.
Well, it was $200 to get it replaced, but I got a brand new one.
Yeah, hopefully that was also an
fair
insurance claim.
Yeah, on the bright side, you now have a Google Pixel 6 Plus or Pro. Yeah, that's what it is.
How do you like that?
I love it.
Phone review.
Oh, I had the Pixel 1 and 3 and loved them both. I went to the Samsung Galaxy S20 because
Trader.
battery,
Oh, I see.
because the Google Pixel 4 had a worse battery than the 3.
I see. Didn't they do some weird optimizations in the
On the
Android
5 they
operating
did.
system, or was that just
That's on the 5. So
Okay.
my phone, the battery is the same size as the 3, I think, or it's not. It's just a hair bigger, but it lasts twice as long.
I see.
So
So the 4 would last even less than the 3, obviously.
yeah,
Smaller
it
battery.
wasn't worth it to get the. If you had a 3, it was not worth it to get the 4. I had a 2. I had a 2 until the 5 came out. So, but what happened?
Yeah, man, you got to throw some wacky operating system on that still. You got to throw
I wanted to put
Ubuntu
Ubuntu
Touch.
Touch. Yeah, I wanted to put Ubuntu Touch on it. Just
I
to
really
see.
want a
Or
daily
Lineage.
Ubuntu
Lineage
Touch.
has support for it.
Yeah, but Lineage is just base Android. I
Yeah,
don't
which
know.
that's what it comes with it anyway.
Yeah.
Can these other OSs interface with the chip that's used to do LTE?
Lineage can because it's just Android, but Ubuntu Touch I think cannot. But the reason why I had to get a new phone is because that chip didn't work anymore for me.
I see. I saw someone on Reddit the other day posted, "Hey, can you just use the M.2 port in order to put in a LTE chip instead?"
And your desktop?
No, for the Steam Deck. You know Steam Deck?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing is that then you'd have to boot from SD,
think
or does
so.
it have
Yep.
two M.2 slots?
No, it only
it's
has
got
one, but people are already going to be booting from SD, right, on the lowest tier.
No, the lowest tier is eMMC storage. that is soldered to the motherboard.
Yeah, eMMC. No, it's not soldered. It's actually on a separate M.2.
Oh, is it
carrier
on the
board.
M.2?
Yeah, but
carrier?
it's in the M.2 slot.
Okay.
So yeah,
But there's going to be an empty M.2 slot in one of the models.
No, there's not.
I don't think there
There
just
is
Google
not.
it.
No.
We can Google this.
I already know
information.
this. There's not going to be an empty M.2 slot in one of the models.
This
And I
is so
think the
interesting
only-
because
It's
I
not
thought the
soldered
other-
to the board. They've confirmed that already.
The only
Really?
person here
Yes.
who hasn't ordered a Steam Deck, by the way, is Ian.
Yeah, I haven't purchased one.
And
Tisk.
Kyle ordered 2.
Oh, cool. See, Kyle bought me one. It's perfect. All right. Thanks, Kyle.
Well, I got one to like play games and one for development. I think it'd be a really cool device to develop on.
It probably would be, yeah.
That's also part of the reason why I bought mine, and I'm going to IRS fuck off. I'm going to write it off of my taxes because I'm going to be going game development next year.
Boop, boop.
So, because I'm going to be taking a class on Unity next semester.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, because the thing
Yeah,
is,
we're going to be in school together again next semester,
Yes,
even
we
though
are.
we're not going to have any of the same classes,
I'm going to be on
unfortunately.
school. I'm going to be on campus 5 days a week, though.
I will be on campus 4 days a week, which is really unfortunate because I have one day, I think it's like a Tuesday or something, where it's a single 45-minute class, and I don't know, man.
You might just skip it
I
every week.
might skip that on occasion. It's just the senior design seminar thing anyway.
yes,
so
sir.
it seems kind of pointless. I can just get that information from other people, but I don't know. Don't tell my professors.
I'm doing a
They-
senior seminar as well, but I don't know if the CS people have to do a project or not.
I'm pretty certain that they actually take
assume-
attendance for a grade in that class.
You're fucked.
I'm fucked.
I wanna-
It feels so pointless. It's an hour drive down to the university to show up for a 45-minute class. Granted, I already did that in the summer anyway for a statistics class. It was an hour drive down and back, and then do your I don't know, 50 minutes of class or whatever, and then drive home all 5 days a week. Luckily, it was only 3 weeks of that, though, as opposed to 16.
All right, Quentin, what were you going to say?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I still want to attend one of your classes one of these days,
As
Just
Chandler?
for the meme?
Or
just as a joke, just argue with some professors.
oh
Be
my
like, I'm not in
God.
this class. We need to go to one of my classes. I don't know if I actually have any this semester.
Where I don't act as your friend.
Well, no, you need to go to one of my classes. Well, you should have done it like early in my college career because all of my classes were like 400 people. So like he did not know anyone by name. So you could go in and you could just literally. I brought Haley to one of my classes once, and he didn't even notice or care because
Are
there was
there
400
still-
people.
Are there still those classes going on?
There
Maybe I
are
can
still those
just
classes going
show
on,
up
but I don't have
campus one day
any.
and
Honestly, you
sneak in.
could. No,
He's just
dude,
gonna
you
show up for
literally
a
could.
random class. No one here is even in the
gotta
class.
show up
just
to
gonna show
Donovan-
up for engineering
Oh.
tools or whatever.
ECE tools or like the chemistry classes and I'm gonna call.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna call him out by name because he's a great professor. Show up to one of Donovan's classes.
I thought he wasn't teaching.
No,
anymore.
Donovan was great. Is he not teaching anymore?
I don't know. I feel
Donovan
like
was great. I
I
loved
feel
him.
like I overheard that through the grapevine, but I'm not certain.
Did you have Donovan for chemistry, Kyle?
I did.
Or, I know
Uh,
you did. Did you have Donovan?
The person who I had for chemistry died.
Oh.
Like the year after I had him.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
That is,
Yes.
yeah.
That is also a very interesting
Sad
thing to
violin.
hear.
This.
Kyle's got so many weird stories. No wonder he wants this podcast. Just need somewhere to tell him.
I also had another story, fun fact, about so when I was in my sophomore year, I actually tried going into someone else's class. I went into a data structures class because I was like learning about data structures. And I was like, I wonder what this class is like, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I could probably be allowed to just like sit in for a class and try it out. And I like walked in, and then the professor like looked over everyone, and then I have red hair, unfortunately.
Oh,
obviously.
yeah.
You're like, you.
stand out like a sore
I know
thumb.
you. You're not in this class. And I was like, A, how do you know me? B, I'm so sorry. He's like, you have to leave. And I was like, what? Really? I thought like according to like the university, you know, like you're allowed to like sit in on a class to tell like whether or not you want to take it. Like that's like in their
It's like a
handbook.
rule. Like they're allowed to let you do that.
Yeah. He's like, no, you have to leave. And I was, and so
I
it
think
made me
you
like
do
get up in front of
technically have to
everyone.
have prior permission.
Yeah, maybe you need to get permission
Yeah,
from the
probably.
professor or something. I don't know.
Probably should have done that.
Yeah. Good thing
Nah,
Quentin doesn't
man.
have bright red hair.
Hindsight's 2020.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It is
Okay,
2021.
I'm just gonna log into the Zoom meeting or whatever for class here. They'll never notice.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm going to be honest. Like I had Teams meetings like so one of my classes this semester started in person. And then after a week, he's like, yeah, I don't think anyone wants to be here. So I'm just going to do this online.
I mean, that's pretty nice though. Gotta say.
No way.
Yeah. And I just kind of skipped half of them still.
I mean, that's how it would go though, right?
Bueller.
You just
Yeah.
kind of show up to the class, with your friend on Discord, mute yourselves in whatever.
Remember, we did that one day for Sastry's class.
Exactly. Yes, correct.
Quentin was there. Quentin was asking questions to Sastry, like, "Hey, is this going to be on the midterm?"
Wait, was Quentin like?
Yes, Quentin was like actually talking.
Did we feed him in? I don't remember.
We didn't feed him in, but he was like screaming it to us because he thought it was funny.
Oh yeah.
I think James was there as well.
That would have been really funny though, because I
midterm?
had virtual audio cables set up, so
That
I
would have been
actually
hilarious
could
if,
have
like, Quentin-
piped him into the class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Sastry's like, "Who the hell are you?"
Who the hell are you?
Well, was that the? Oh yeah, that was the
I
class
went to
for
your
like.
fucking wedding, man.
Oh no.
No.
Well, no, so, like, that was the-
because that would pipe through my audio, and then I'd get expelled.
Yeah, so that was the class 2 where like Sastry, which again I'm calling these professors out because I like them and I think they're like great professors. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Maybe we shouldn't do that on like an internet
Just
stream.
bleep. This
but-
is pre-recorded.
yeah,
Just
bleep
me.
it. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
Anyway,
gosh.
this professor was like one of my favorites, and
We
I
need
think
to make one of these a bleep button, by the way.
that's actually a great idea. We should do that during the intermission that we're gonna have.
All right, Cap.
All right, so but he was like a great professor. I think you had him, and you had him the first semester that his like class was like super super good.
Yes. Can confirm.
Yeah. And then we had him. I had him 2 semesters in a row. In the first semester, he like barely knew me. He knew my name, but he did not know anything about me. And he would like call me out for random things. Well, no, he would call out. Was it Wilson? He would always call out.
Oh, I think it was
Wilson,
Wilson who would always be called out. Yeah.
In his class, every time he had an example, he would use me as the example. He's like,
Oh no.
"So Kyle's, wanting to do these 3
Which also
tasks."
means if that's the case, you automatically get an A in his class.
That is sort of true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the way he grades is pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
he grades on a curve, but the curve is like basically some fucking graph he makes up.
Yeah, it does not correlate with what he actually
I think I got a B
Unfortunately.
in the class only because I didn't do any of the homework, but he still gave me a B anyway.
Was this Sastry?
Yeah,
Yes.
Sastry.
Yeah.
I think you got a B as well.
Yeah, I think so. I don't recall exactly.
Quentin, here's the question that he would ask like every class period I remember. What is abstraction? Go.
So abstraction is whenever you're painting. that's the only sort of abstract that I know.
Yeah, man, abstract painting.
I'm not. Oh, abstract painting. I see.
Yeah.
went
No, I
over
mean,
my
you got
head.
an abstraction layer, though, right? You can take one object and divide it into a bunch of smaller objects, right? So you have a car, divide this into different subsystems.
This is actually the
effectively.
example he used in class multiple times.
I know, yeah. You got the powertrain, you got the, human storage
The
containment
human
area.
storage container? You mean the cabin?
You mean the trunk?
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's the trunk. That's where you throw the dead hookers, right?
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, just the bag of cash. I mean, the bag of cocaine. I mean,
I mean, that's the bag of cash, officer.
Totally not the stolen GPUs that I stole in Malaysia the other week. Oh yeah, that's a good thing to talk about.
Yeah, man, can you hand over one of those 3080s that you stole, by the way? I need that.
Dude, did you guys actually hear about that?
No, I've
There was
not
like
this.
actually a fucking GPU heist.
Oh, I
what?
did hear.
Are they
this.
worth that much now?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I just yelled and it showed up on everyone's microphone.
Oh, I bet.
But either way, like it actually happened where like there was an actual GPU heist where like a truck got robbed at gunpoint and like they stole all of the graphics cards out of it.
Give me all the GPUs. What?
They literally the guy had no idea what the other guy was talking about, but they stole all the GPUs and like they got away with it. So now they're all in like the black market in China or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
did they like
great.
take all?
Maybe that's how I can get a decent price on a GPU. I figured it out.
I think they went and blacklisted all those serial numbers though.
They did. And if you get caught buying one, you do not get a warranty claim from NVIDIA.
Doesn't that suck? Like you'd pay someone $3,000 for a 3090. And
yeah, right.
you didn't know
And
it was
then-
stolen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have no idea it's
And then you
stolen,
just-
and then suddenly
It doesn't
you
work.
get fucked.
And
yeah.
you're like,
No,
okay.
they said they will work. They will not deactivate them. But you don't
Okay.
get a warranty claim.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I mean, still, I don't know.
Still does
Because
suck.
then it works, and then you need a warranty on it or whatever. And
And
they're like,
you
yeah,
get
man,
fucked.
sorry, that's stolen. What do you mean?
I bought this off a guy on eBay. I didn't know this was stolen.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know.
It
That's
took
a
like
fucky
3 months to get
situation
here.
all
It must have
around.
been stuck in customs.
Yeah.
Like
Man.
seriously though, if you guys ever order anything from China and it takes like a year to get there because like it gets stuck in customs.
Not a year. I think
My
the
3D
longest I've
printer
ever
broke.
seen is like 3 months.
Oh yeah. He
You
had
got
so
a
many
3D
issues
printer that got
with his
stuck in
3D printer.
customs? Well, if it's an ANET system, then it's
It was
literally
a
just a house
Creality.
fire bomb waiting to happen. But
It was a Creality,
Creality
which is also a
generally
Chinese
makes
company.
okay stuff.
They do, but it was stuck in. Well, what was it again? It was they swapped the ground and the power wires, and it ended up we had blue magic smoke whenever we turned it on.
Like,
when we were trying to put in a auto bed level sensor.
Yeah.
oh, very
They
nice.
swapped the ground and the power, so we had
Didn't
blue
mean
magic
to
smoke.
interrupt you. You were saying.
No, I don't remember. That's fine.
Oh, it was
Carry
like
on.
a year in customs or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you said 3 months.
I said, 3 months is the longest I've ever seen something in customs.
Mine was about-
really,
also
or from
about
China.
3
But that
months.
includes shipping.
No, mine was more than 3 months. Mine was like 6 months.
That's
only-
a long time.
The only thing I've really bought was I was super into Yu-Gi-Oh in high school, and I bought like a giant bulk package of like sleeves in order to like use to like sleeve cards and then like sell them online. And they just never came.
Still?
It's still, yeah. To this day, they're not there. So they took like my $500 of sleeves I bought. And
Did you like back
How
charge
old
it?
were you when you bought $500 of card sleeves?
yeah, I don't know if it was actually $500. I was
Like,
exaggerating,
that seems
but
excessive. Like, how many card
was-
sleeves is that?
it was
That's
a
gotta
lot
be
of card sleeves, though. but-
Thousands? Tens of thousands?
Yeah, it was maybe 10,000 probably.
Why? Did you have 10,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
I
Hey,
was super
everyone's got
into it.
their thing that they like collect like crazy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. How many resistors do you have?
How many resistors do I have? A good number of them. I don't know if I can call it out by
10,000
value.
question mark?
I apologize
No,
for anyone
no,
who
it's
just heard
probably
that.
maybe 1,000 at most. Probably closer to about 500.
Mm.
I just wanted to see how far we're on. We're about at the halfway point for the first episode.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes. You could just look right here, buddy.
No, but this is off. Remember?
Yeah, I know. You just manually add the offset in your head. You
offset
got to
is-
you got to rub your two brain cells together, buddy, and do
The
some basic
offset-
fucking
The
math.
offset is almost exactly 5 minutes. By the way.
Okay, perfect. See, there
That's
you go.
what I was looking
Rub
up. I
your
was looking
brain
to see
cells
what the
together.
offset was, so I can use that timer.
Okay, fine.
But anyway, so I remember the thing that I bought that I got stuck in customs for like 6 months was the pocket chip that I bought from Next Thing
yeah, I
Co.
remember those.
What is
Yeah,
a pocket
yeah,
chip, for those who don't know?
So it was like this little Linux computer. It was like the size of like a first gen Game Boy. It was pretty big actually, but it was like a fully fledged computer. It had like a little keyboard and everything. It had Wi-Fi built in and it had touchscreen. It was
Kickstarter,
really
right?
cool concept. Not Kickstarter. I bought it on their website.
Oh.
So I pre-ordered one on their website, and then I got an email stating, "Oh, the shipment's been delayed by like a few months. It's stuck in Chinese customs because of Chinese New Year." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." And then 6 months later, about 5 months later, I should say, I then called my credit card company and said, I have not received this product. I would like to do a chargeback." And then literally probably a week later, my mom, I look on the bookshelf in my mom's living room, and I said, "Mom, what's this?" And she goes, "Oh, that came in the mail for you the other day. I forgot to give it to you."
No way, that was it.
It was it, yeah. And I'm like, "Why didn't you give this to me the other day?" And she's like, "Oh, your stepfather doesn't like when you order things online because he thinks you should be saving money, so I just kind of hid it for you."
Oh man.
Oh man. I mean, you saved the money? Question mark.
I
You
actually
stole the
no.
money,
When I
question
did the
mark?
chargeback, the only thing they said they would not charge me back for the shipping because the shipping was still like a serve. I don't remember why, but they wouldn't charge me. Like they wouldn't let me. So a 17-year-old Chandler, being the guilt-ridden person he is, emailed Next Thing Co. and said, "Hey guys, I ordered this and I backcharged it because it didn't appear. I am willing to repay for this because I really really like this product." Never got an email back.
Nice.
A week later, they announced that they are bankrupt.
Oh. I'm pretty sure
you
your
bankrupt
$17.
them.
How much was it?
It was $70.
I'm not sure your $70 would have kept them out of bankruptcy though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Never
realistically, was that their first product launch or was that?
That was their third.
I mean, I could see that causing bankruptcy. Yeah, if you just like fail to deliver. I mean, yeah, it sucks that Chinese
Well, it wasn't
customs
just
is,
that.
You know,
it wasn't just
but-
that. They had a bunch of internal issues apparently, like to the point where the company was already dying.
Yeah, so it all compounds and the company dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had a bunch of cool products. Like they had one, which it does. Like, this product they were trying to do now exists. Google and Amazon make them. Where like they basically wanted to make an Alexa for your car. Is what they were trying to
Interesting.
do. It was called the Voter or something like that, and it didn't catch on. And then Amazon's like, "Hey, that's a great idea. Let's do that with our Alexa platform."
Hey, wiretap.
Hey, Wiretap, how do you, I really want to reprogram an Alexa to respond to Wiretap.
I want to like hack or root an Alexa and try to do fun things with it. Yeah.
I want to also remove the sensor from it because it won't cuss at you. I want to remove that feature, and I want the Alexa lady.
I mean,
to
can we
shout
just
the
make our
F-word at
own
me.
Alexa? Like, can we
Really
just add
easily,
this as a
dude. No,
new
no, no.
project
That
and
would be
just
a great
run it on
project, is
high?
to make our own like open source Alexa that all runs locally and doesn't send your data anywhere.
I love that.
That
Let's
would be
do
a
it.
really
Yep.
cool idea.
Next, add it to the list, right?
Add it to the list.
Yep.
But what about your Christmas gifts then? You can't whisper to the Alexa.
Oh yeah. So no. This is like a joke I made the other day on the other
Whisper
project
sweet
cast.
nothings to your Amazon Alexa.
Yeah, no, I whisper.
Yeah.
I whisper what I want for Christmas to the Alexa, so Haley gets ad recommendations.
Do you
for
actually
what,
do that?
No, it's a joke.
Okay.
But
I gotta. I was pretty sure that was a joke, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, literally. Like I've seen people be like, all right. So
I do shout stuff like, "Hey, algorithm, stop advertising this to me," as a joke. And Haley doesn't think I'm joking. She thinks I'm being dead serious. And I'm like, if you're gonna give me target ads, at least give me target ads for things I actually want to buy.
Or you just use uBlock and you get
well, no, like
the
I'm talking about like on our Fire TV, like whenever I'm like watching Hulu.
Do you have a TV that has ads built into it, like the new TVs?
Well, no, that's what literally the Fire TV is an ad stick that has optional Hulu and Netflix. That's all it is.
Man, I'm not gonna pay for that shit.
No, if you want an Android, if you want like a TV media center, just buy a fucking PC with uBlock Origin on it.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Or just run it on like a Pi
Well, that's
or
what
something.
Haley wants me to like get rid of the Fire TV, and because she has a desktop PC that she like never uses.
Can you just run it on like a Pi?
I could, but she wants me to like take that desktop PC and convert it over and just use it as a media center, and so she can play Minecraft. That's what she wants it to be.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, didn't you were doing something with the VR PC at one point, but that
The
seems
VR,
like that changed.
yeah. So
in
because
some
I have an
way.
Oculus Quest,
Oh
I
right,
can
yeah. 'Cause
wirelessly
now you have the Quest. I forgot.
so I can wirelessly
No, I
stream my
didn't. I'm just
VR
dumb.
to whatever room I want. So what I want to do with the VR PC is that's going to be our new like home media PC / our streaming PC.
I see.
Dual purpose.
Yeah,
Dual
there's going to be dual
purpose.
purpose. I want to buy like that Elgato screen capture card that you have that like actually goes in the PCIe
Yeah, that's
slot.
really nice. I like it.
Yeah, but it's like $250. So
Yeah,
until
really
like we
pricey.
have a justified reason, I don't want to buy it yet.
Yeah, wait until the podcast actually gains some traction with
Then
all
I'll,
of our
like,
zero
spend the money.
viewers. Yeah.
All of our 0 viewers. We need
I
to,
don't know if it's actually zero because it's pre-recorded. But
Hello, everyone in the
see.
future.
yeah.
How are we doing?
Maybe
Tell us
wild.
in the comments.
It is like
Yeah.
a really common thing though for people to like go back in like a podcast or like a creator's backlog just to see like what they used to make.
Fair enough.
Not really common, but it is common for
It
people to do
happens. I've done it.
But yeah,
I just
and-
picture like Haley though, like out in public, like at her job, like something comes up an ad, and she's like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." Chandler showed me.
Oh no.
Algorithm, stop recommending this to me.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
That'd be
I
hilarious.
mean,
That's a
really
skit.
embarrassing, but hilarious.
That's a skit.
That's a skit. Yeah. I agree with that. We got to make that.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh God, I don't now. Unlike a lot of people, I don't entirely hate the idea of targeted advertisements. The problem is that the targeted advertisements are garbage.
It's also still too many bits of personally identifying information.
Also
I don't
agreeable,
care.
and here's the problem: is that you can't like. Well, yes, you can live a life of trying to avoid it as much as possible, but it is
in the
fucking-
modern era, it's
It's
impossible.
damn near impossible. It is
Nah, in the
possible.
modern day,
I
I'm
believe
gonna
it is
say it's
possible,
impossible.
but it's almost impossible.
I'm gonna say it's impossible in the modern
Explain
day.
Tupac.
Explain.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Don't start with this controversy because okay, rapper who got shot in the 90s.
Oh,
and
this
there's
is something different. Okay.
yes, and this is like a prevailing theory that the rapper is still alive.
what?
Yeah, it's like a joke theory, like about
Okay.
how Tupac is like alive in the Caribbean or something.
What? Okay.
In the 70s, you said he got
No,
shot.
the 90s.
90s? Oh, I'm retarded. Okay.
So
Yeah, I
like,
don't
and he
know,
wasn't that
sure.
old. Do you know how old he was when he got shot?
I have no idea.
I think he was in like his late 20s, early 30s. He wasn't that old.
Yeah, he wasn't old.
Today, we're gonna find out if a 20-year-old can take a bullet.
I shoot myself with 22 in the foot to build an immunity to bullets.
Ah, this again. Yeah.
However, I almost shot myself in the
Oh
foot
yes,
with a
you need to tell that
45 long
story.
Colt.
You need to tell that story.
no.
So this, kids, is why you never fully load a replica revolver.
Well, it was a replica, and that's the other thing is isn't 45 long Colt known for being like super hot and like likes to go off randomly?
No, just the model I bought.
Oh, just the model you
Oh.
bought has the problem.
Yeah, so
Wait, the
the
revolver-
hammer rests
No, I
on
need-
the firing pin rests on the blasting cap.
Oh God. Okay.
The primer, yes.
yeah.
So whenever you're walking, if you walk the wrong way, it'll set it off.
Oh no.
Oh my
And
goodness.
that's exactly what happened to me. Here's my foot. Here's the bullet hole.
No way.
I was standing
No
next to
way.
him when he shot it. When it shot too.
What?
If he had been holding that the wrong way, he might have blown my foot off instead of his.
Holy
So I don't
shit,
know too much
dude.
about weaponry at all, but that is one of my like greatest fears.
Well, that's
In
also
modern guns, it's not an issue.
That's not an
Most are
issue.
drop safe.
But this is like an
This is a
old-
really old.
replica revolver.
Yeah.
Like
1873.
I'm so afraid of this that I want like one of those new revolvers that don't that a lot of people think are like super impractical because when you need to actually fire it, like you wouldn't be able to. The one that have the sensors on it, that like does a fingerprint or whatever.
No,
just that way, no matter what, it wouldn't.
I don't want to
fire.
do that, but I
Dude, that's
definitely
real
want.
impractical.
I don't want
I'm
like
sorry.
something that old. If I were to like, and this is, I don't intend on concealed carrying like I originally wanted to, because realistically, I work from home. Why the hell would I concealed carry?
You don't even need to conceal carry. You can just leave a gun on your desk and you're in your
Exactly.
home.
Exactly. I don't need a concealed carry license. license.
It is nice for transporting ammo because then you can just load up whatever mags you've got and then transport that way. No need to unload mags and keep your ammo and your guns separate.
Yes,
None
but
of that,
again, realistically, the gun that I keep in my drawer is not going to be the gun I take to the shooting range that often. I'll have I'd be the type of weirdo that owns 2 of the same gun just so I can keep one in the drawer and then
dumb.
take it to the
That's
range.
fucking dumb. Train with the gun that you're going to shoot someone with. I don't care.
Yeah,
I should
model,
maybe
right?
reword that. Hold up.
Hold up.
Train with the gun that you're going to use to defend your life.
There you go.
there you go.
There we go.
I started a Reddit flame war about guns too.
Oh, did we? Can we start a flame war here
No, do
about
you want me to
guns?
pull it up? Here, let me pull it up.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
I'm
not really a
curious.
flame war. It's weird because it's at first it was like people fighting, and then all of a sudden it turned into a circle jerk.
That's totally how it goes. I don't.
That's Reddit for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
much.
Reddit is so incredibly sided. It doesn't matter anyway.
Well, that's the thing is that half of the comments are like obviously extremely liberally biased, and the other half of the comments are like really moderate, and there's like no that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it depends on the subreddit.
So
but-
here's the original post, okay? I posted, why are Americans, generally speaking, in quotes, so obsessed with guns? And this is currently the top comment that I wrote on the thread. Someone may have already said this, but many parts of America are still extremely rural. There's Alaska, where if you don't have a gun, you may be mauled by a bear or a moose. It's also rather common for really small towns not to have a police department. And while those towns usually have little crime to worry about, it makes many people feel better being able to own a gun for the protection of themselves and their property. That was my comment. And about half of the comments are stuff like, oh, well, they're not trying to take away the guns that farmers use. They're just trying to take away the AR-15 assault rifle. And I'm like, they're not an assault rifle. Sorry, hot take.
Hot take: assault is an action, not a definition.
that is
Well,
truly
assault
fair,
rifle
yes.
is a gun type, but my argument, the difference between an assault rifle and a sporting rifle is the fun switch, also known as the full auto.
I don't know.
Anything could
Just
be
call
used
it a
as-
fucking rifle. Let's be done
It
with
is a rifle.
Anything
It's
can
what
be
it is.
used as an assault. This could be an assault bottle if I use it in a
Yeah,
violent
man, you
manner
just like
towards
throw that in
somebody
my
else.
head and
Is
you've got
that a
that
threat?
assault bottle.
Is that
Yeah,
a threat?
exactly.
Yeah.
Is that a threat?
I saw someone, I think, convert, on Reddit, I saw someone shooting I think it's a semi-auto weapon, and they had it decided the recoil caused them to fire again.
That is bump
It's called
firing.
bump firing.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's called
I have,
bump
I have
fire.
a video of Bobby doing that, and the look on his face afterwards is priceless.
Yeah, because it's so fun.
I think Quentin is the one who's taught him how
I
to do
showed
it
him
too.
how to do it.
Yeah.
The whole
there you
belt
go.
loop bump fire thing. I can't wait until they ban belt loops on your pair of jeans as a machine gun. Can't wait for that
All
one.
right, so maybe we should stop talking about guns in our tech podcast. But anyway,
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, guns is a type of technology.
Yeah,
right?
it is a type. Yeah, there you go. Real good.
so all right, so it was Quentin. I think you mentioned there was another topic you wanted to discuss.
You were also about to mention something related to Alexa.
Huh?
You said something about the
Oh
Alexa.
yeah, did you see that they're making Alexa glasses now that actually display on the screen?
I mean, I like the idea of smart glasses, but I don't like the idea of the camera seeing literally everything I do.
Oh man, can't wait to
You already carry a
charge
phone.
my glasses.
You already carry a phone that sees everything you do.
I guess
though.
that's fair as well, but
Yeah.
it's also usually in my pocket and can't see much.
I see.
Yeah, but it can hear a lot.
It can hear a lot, especially since I have the feature enabled on my phone where it'll tell me what song is playing.
So we're
Bro,
all,
you just opted into being monitored 24/7.
This
Mine
is what.
does
That's
the
why
same.
I jokingly scream into my phone.
You even
about
have
the
it. You even
algorithm.
have it on your GitHub. You have recommended Spotify music. I saw the other day. I was like, what the heck?
No.
It's a
That
random
is
thing.
uses my Spotify play. My most recently songs on Spotify.
Oh, I see.
Funny
See, it's
enough,
still
that
more
was-
data tracking. How many bits of data do you think you leak per minute or hour? Or
I
day?
keep a
Like,
very
how much
public
data?
profile on the internet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right.
be really honest about it. But here's the thing: I know my profile is public, so I watch what I put on there. I'm not like some people who will put literally everything. That's the thing is that while I have a very public GitHub profile, I have my blog, I have a public YouTube channel, I have all this kind of stuff. I use no other social media.
And then there's me. I barely exist on the internet.
Yeah, but I don't use Twitter, I don't use Facebook, I don't use Instagram. I look at Instagram and Facebook and Twitter occasionally, but not often at all.
I'll look at it if it's a cross post on Reddit or something.
Well, that too. I use Reddit. That's the one social media, which I guess
Yeah, that's the one.
some
thing
would
of
argue
social
that
media I
Reddit is
use.
not social media.
It's
I know.
social media by definition, in my opinion.
It is social media by definition. But to be fair, so is YouTube, and I don't use YouTube like a social media.
Social media, YouTube is social media by definition for
yes,
sure.
it is, but I use YouTube more like a Netflix replacement. Because honestly, I could live without all these streaming services.
I guess the difference though is with social media is that anyone can post, right? So you can post, I can post,
I
but
guess.
I can't post to Netflix.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, because one's a curated content.
But by definition, then
something.
would Spotify be considered a social media? Because we can theoretically post this to Spotify with no prior recommendations or anything.
Yeah, then I would say yes.
You would say yes.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'd say Spotify's.
I feel
social
like
media.
there's still a little bit more nuance that's missed there, right? Like, I think a social media has more interaction.
Yeah, it
like,
depends
I
on if
guess
you're-
you could start a flame war by posting Spotify songs in response to each
I
other.
mean, people have done
But
that. So.
like, I don't know, man. At least with like YouTube and the other things, you can comment and start a flame war in the comments.
What about SoundCloud? SoundCloud, I think, would definitely.
There
be
are
considered.
comments on
SoundCloud's
SoundCloud.
definitely,
Yeah, I
yeah.
could see it.
That's so interesting. So you guys consider the comments on stuff to be the social media part?
Yeah, because like
I guess.
I
I mean,
don't-
it doesn't necessarily.
However, though, in Spotify you can follow people. and
Yeah,
look at their
that's still a
playlists.
hard one. 'Cause
Yeah, but you can't like do comments on Spotify though, like at all.
Yeah, but necessarily you
think
don't have
there's-
to do comments because
And
look
people,
at
I think your
Fresco.
liked songs is public as well.
Visco. Look at Visco. Visco is technically
What is Visco?
it's sort of like an Instagram clone. Visco's sort of like an Instagram clone, and I'd argue that it's social media, but you can't comment.
How do we feel about this as the definition, right? Interaction between a poster and the commenter, or like your influencer and your whatever, your creator and your
Audience.
consumer. Yeah.
And that's the definition of social media?
Sure, some interaction between those, some platform which
'Cause I would argue my mom making
creates or
Facebook posts is not a
causes
creator.
reaction or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I would call that interaction and not necessarily social media.
Just make
But-
sure your brother doesn't.
Oh shush! Don't start talking about him. Leave Nolan out of this, just for this podcast. No, you don't.
Just for this one.
Just for this one. We'll bring him on.
Okay, we can
once.
flame him then on
We can
his.
flame him on
all
air.
right,
Grill.
good.
We'll
Going-
fl-
Going
What?
back to the glasses thing, though, I did see that they released frames that were just like audio based, essentially, and maybe touch also, but like it's only like
There's no camera.
there. I think there's no camera and there's no display. But you're saying there's also one that's coming out with a display.
They're working on it.
That
But
is
what's
super
the point
cool.
if it's just audio? I'd rather have like a pair of headphones or earbuds.
Yeah, I agree
or
with
it's,
that.
whatever,
it's like headphones, except that it doesn't take up your ear, right?
Well,
So you can
I
still
like the
listen to
idea.
what's
So
around
like
you.
Bose has sunglasses that do that. I thought
yeah,
those
those
were
ones
really
are really
cool.
cool.
But here's the thing: like, if I were to have smart glasses, I wouldn't necessarily want them to have a camera, but it wouldn't be a horrible idea, I guess, because like being able to just tap the side of my head and boom, I just took a snapshot.
Facebook made a pair of.
That's the
glasses
thing. That's
actually.
another thing too, is that my wanting the smart glasses is also going to heavily depend on who made it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would be way more open to having one that Google or Amazon made than Facebook.
Says the guy who has an Oculus Quest.
Yeah.
You have two of them, Kyle.
I'm still gonna
but-
go against that, and I'm gonna say none of the three.
Well, that's
companies.
fine if you want to have
Google's
none.
mining as much data, if not more, than Facebook. Probably the same thing with Amazon.
Yes.
Like
Amazon,
no,
I'm not.
none
I
of
don't know.
them.
I don't know.
You guys-
Like I could maybe see it if some third party, like totally unaffiliated company. But at that point, I'd still just rather DIY it, make it
Honestly, I
myself,
would like
so that
to-
I know where the data's
Like the one
going.
YouTuber? What is his name?
Zach
Yeah.
Friedman.
Yeah.
But that wasn't smart
Oh
glasses.
yeah,
that was literally
whatever
just a
it is.
teleprompter.
The
But I would like to
teleprompter.
use his
No, it
design. to
runs
like,
Android.
It runs Android though, so you could literally just put whatever. But then again, now we have the issue that Android is literally a Google
Google,
product.
they can get
I
it.
want
So,
to build one that
yeah.
runs Linux.
That'd be fun. Yeah,
I would like to do that as a project.
Yeah, there you go. You can make one that runs Ubuntu Touch or whatever.
I would
No,
probably
don't know.
having it run like literally just like I wouldn't have it run a desktop. I would have it be pure text.
It'd be interesting to see. Oh my god, a terminal.
It would be a terminal. No, that's literally what I want. I literally
It'd be
want a
interesting
terminal,
to
and all it scrolls is like my notifications on my phone. That's all I want.
It'd be
I just
interesting
want it
to
to
see if
scroll
you
my
could connect
notifications.
the display as just like as a monitor or as a display or whatever. That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Because then you could run it off of whatever. You could run it off of a phone. You could run it off of a PC. You could run it off of any operating system at that point.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, they already make phones, right? And I carry around a phone, so it doesn't matter to me if any of the big three companies were to make, or big four companies make.
I don't know.
Glasses.
I don't want any more data. I already run Lineage, and I want to run some even farther or even more.
If you want to
stripped
be like
down
as stripped
thing.
down as possible, you
Calyx
want to
is
run
sort of where I want to go, like
post-market.
micro G and other stuff to
Yep.
fully remove Google from
Po-
anything. Like
post-market
if I can
OS.
replace anything Google related on a phone with an open source thing,
Axe.
Yeah,
That's
just-
what you're saying.
yeah, pretty much. I want a phone that is disconnected from everything. Like Ubuntu Touch on a phone, I would absolutely be able to daily that. I don't use my phone for anything other than Discord, like Reddit, internet, and sending texts and calls. That's it. I don't play mobile games or mobile apps or any of that
I don't
shit.
either, but I have a
Like,
lot of productivity tools on my phone. Like I have Teams, I have Slack, I have GitHub, I have all of this.
Trello.
I have none of
productivity
those.
stuff. So like, here's the thing.
But I'm
like,
pretty sure you could still do that on a new Ubuntu
I
Touch
could,
device.
but I would have to do it in Firefox. I wouldn't have a dedicated app for it.
Sure. I
But
don't
that's the
have a problem
thing.
with that.
But I like the ability to just press it and it's up. Like there's no waiting time. There's no loading time.
You could probably
it's
do it
there.
so that way
You
you
could like
click a button
shortcut
and
things.
exactly,
Yeah,
and
whatever.
shortcut
I
it.
don't know.
But that's the other
I've never
thing.
used it though, so I don't really know.
I like a balance between privacy and like convenience is my thing.
I'm willing
If
to
something is
sacrifice a little bit of
convenient
convenience
enough,
to more.
I will
for more
throw my privacy out the window.
Yeah.
Which is probably not a good way to think about it because we have the wiretap speaker. Although I don't like those. Those I won't have in my house unless the casual coders one is the one that's running in my house. Which also would be really cool if we could train an AI to replicate our voices, and then we could like have our friends be the voices of our Alexas or our own versions
That'd be
of
pretty
the
funny.
Alexas.
That's pretty funny.
Just picked you up.
Oops. But no, it would be really, really cool though. Imagine like say I have like my own smart home that you can speak to, and it's like Quentin's voice or something.
That'd be pretty funny. Quentin talks about opening the garage door when you're just like, "Hey, Quentin, open the garage door." Okay.
Quentin says no.
Why
it
don't you
doesn't
just manually open it yourself, dipshit?
Yeah, exactly.
It just
If
insults
the
It's a
API's
door. It works one of two ways.
Listen, fucko, you got a pair of legs. Use them.
That'd be no. We know. I want the GLaDOS one that has like a 1 in 4 chance of telling you to fuck off.
If the API is like not working or something like that, then like that's
That's the backup. It just tells you to fuck off.
Hey, Alex, is there anyone at the front door? Go fuck yourself, you idiot.
Why don't you go look out the fucking window?
That's better.
That's also one for like what is the weather right now?
Why don't you stick your head out the fucking window? It's either hot or it's cold.
Go outside, asshole. We know that you spend enough time in front of a computer anyway. You could use the fresh air.
Is there water on the ground? It's raining.
Oh, yeah, and then you could even like integrate some of that, right? The line that you just said, if it's raining or whatever or anything. I don't know. Like if it's snowing, add a different line that like sort of suggests that it's snowing, but also says, go look outside, you idiot.
You see a car in your front yard? Maybe the fucker crashed. Go see if he needs help.
Yes, there is somebody here. They plowed through your mailbox.
Ah, fuck, not again, man.
There's someone
That's like the third, fourth time.
There's someone I know who replaced their mailbox. It would get destroyed like every year, pretty much.
Yeah,
by
with a big
snowplow.
steel pole.
Yeah, that's with a big steel pole. And
Yeah.
My uncle, I guess my step uncle would be him because it's like my mom's husband's brother. He had a mailbox that was something like there was teenagers who would like stand out the window of a truck and they would go by with a baseball bat and they would whack it every
Have I
every
heard this
other
story
day.
before?
You might have heard the story before. So he was friends with the mailman. So he went to the mailman and said, "Hey, can you start delivering the mail to my front door?" And he said, "Sure, why?" And he said, "Because I'm going to fill my mailbox with concrete." So he did. Not only he filled his mailbox with concrete, and the guys went by, and not only did the bat broke, but according to him, this is like an old story, so this might have been exaggerated. He broke the guy's arm.
Yeah, I'm
Coming
pretty
from
sure
somebody
I've
that-
heard this story before, but it's the same story that pops up all the time anyway. Just like,
I guess, yeah,
oh
maybe-
man, someone destroyed my mailbox with a bat, so I replaced it with a 16-foot concrete pole or steel pole or whatever.
Maybe this is just an exaggerated.
I have
story
said that
than
we
a
need to
real story.
replace our mailbox with a long steel I-beam though, because the snowplow has destroyed our mailbox 3 or 4 times.
And then while you're doing the replacement, make it so that way it's like a tube with like the bank tubes or whatever. So that way whenever they put in the mail, it automatically like suctions into your house. So it doesn't have
man.
to-
There you go. One of those like vacuum tube systems
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever they're called. Yeah.
Quentin, you used to work for a company that used to work on banks. Could you maybe source some of that stuff for us?
I plead the fifth.
Oh,
For legal reasons, I cannot answer that.
Oh, okay, that's understandable.
interesting. All
Although,
right.
does Kyle, do you have any friends who work at Diebold? 'Cause I know Diebold likes to recruit a lot of people from Akron.
I do.
Maybe we could see if they have like an old bank that like we could steal their system.
An
from.
old bank that we could rob. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but we're not stealing any money. We're just stealing the Tubi thing that like takes your checks.
Oh my god. I mean, they make the ATM itself, not the.
It's true. I thought Diebold made those too, though.
Diebold doesn't make ATMs anymore. They don't really.
Well, no. Okay, so I actually
They do, but it's
Yeah, man, we're
extremely
gonna cut
ramped
into the
down.
bank, right? And then we're gonna reroute the tube over to a separate little outhouse somewhere, right? So then someone sends the check to us instead of the bank, and that's how we rob the bank. Yeah.
Yes.
no. So I actually like when the career days that Akron always has.
Yeah.
I went to one of them, and I actually talked to the guy at Diebold. And I'm like, "Hey, do you guys like still do a lot of ATMs and stuff?" And he said, "We do, but only because we're still in contract with them. We're actually not accepting new contracts for ATMs." And I go, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "We're trying to get into the cloud since we think that the cloud is the future of banking." So he said, we're not hiring any electrical engineers anymore. We're only hiring computer engineers and computer science students.
I mean, I guess that's fair, right? That comes back to the like Discord status that I had at one point. Your entire life savings is a number that you work to increase that number.
It is a
and
64-bit
just
integer.
A value
Life
in a
is a video
SQL
game.
database. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a 64-bit integer in a database.
If someone had access to that database, they could just, boom, your life savings are gone.
That's why everyone's. I still think it's super crazy. Like back in the day, they just like kept it in a spreadsheet how much money you had,
Yeah.
right? And then like I think that's crazy. And then they went to like, okay, it's a digital spreadsheet, like an Excel file, but someone could like edit that. That's so crazy.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So that's why
Yeah.
a lot of people right now are talking about using the decentralized, blockchain in order to handle that.
Gonna use a public-facing blockchain so that I can just search up anyone's bank account
That's
value.
it's like a pro and a con. It's like the pro is that you can't fake your income. The con is that everyone can see your income.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know whose income is whose. I guess.
That's true. I guess
Yeah.
there are tied to like cryptography, but you can prove at any time that is your income.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk can be like, yes, I actually did just make $1 billion right now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how
But
to
he
feel
did
about
it on
that
the
one. I
fucking
really don't.
blockchain, so it's cooler.
Yeah. That, but also they could just use their own internal blockchain as well. It doesn't have to be necessarily a public blockchain.
Yeah, that's fair.
The thing, so like we actually talked about this in one of my classes. How do banks store your like information? They don't use they don't use a floating point number like they do on like computers. So a normal floating point number on computers, for anyone who doesn't know, is not accurate at all. Like it is entirely an estimation.
Well, how accurate is it? Like how many significant digits?
It's not that it's significant digits. It's that it's there's rounding errors all of the time.
Yeah. But the rounding errors are like pretty small.
They are pretty small, but when you're talking about money and potentially millions of dollars, a small rounding error can be the difference between like $1 million and like $1.5 million. Now that's a little bit of that is an extreme case, but that can happen. So what banks actually do is that they do like 64-bit integers instead, which computers are really good at doing math for. And this is really nerdy, and I apologize for anyone who doesn't care.
It's literally a nerd podcast, dude. We're called casual coders.
Okay, that's fair. But the
Thank
60
you for saying that, because if you weren't, I was going to.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
But
yeah.
it's a 64-bit integer, and they store it in like hundreds of cents. How many hundredths of cents do you have in your account?
Hundredths of cents?
Yes, I believe it's hundredths
Why,
because
you can only divide down to a cent.
it
How
might
the
be
fuck
tenths.
are you going?
It might also be
decimals?
decimals.
Have you heard of the 10th of a cent heist or 100th of a cent heist?
I have. You are correct. Yeah. I still don't fully understand some of that.
Okay, so
but
basically, let's say
unless the bank is taking like a fraction of a cent as their own operating fee or cost.
Here, I'm gonna
go for it,
I'm gonna
man.
say the full story just so they get context as well. Let's say I am an employer, right, and I employ you, and I pay you like X salary, right? But X salary is based upon like let's say 100K, but let's say that's
You
my
pay me
senior
$100.
engineer, and so I do like a percentage of I know when you become senior, I'm gonna pay you 100K, let's say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now I'm gonna pay you 33% of that, right? So when I pay you on the check, it'll go to 100th of a cent actually when I pay you. Fun fact. And so when I hired Quentin here to implement the me paying you API, he was like, wait, there's only ever like, a cent. That's only ever the thing that you actually see, right? On your paycheck, you see 1/10 of a cent, but in your bank account, you only get a cent, right? So he just made it so that way it just truncates
The cent and gives
and
the
gives it to
cent
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, instead of me being an employee, I think this happened to a bank instead. And so literally every single person, he like just started laundering like millions of dollars.
Yeah, I've heard of this. I'm aware of it. I didn't realize that's how it worked because I get paid in a whole value like hourly.
So how much
But I'm
money
also
was
not
this
a
guy,
salaried
like,
employee
How quickly was
yet.
this guy accumulating money?
We'd have to look it up, but it was
I'm pretty sure it's really fast.
it's really
right?
fast because I mean,
Because
yes,
every
it's small, but
transaction that goes
From
through
this
gets
bank.
a fraction of a cent.
Was this like a big bank too? Was this not like a small local bank?
you need to look it up.
I don't remember. I don't remember. But I mean, how many transactions go through a bank per day? Like a bunch of credit card transactions, a whole bunch.
Yeah, but
of
you're talking about like
transfers
a
and
large bank.
payments.
Like if this is like a small local bank, it's not going to be nearly as much.
I recall the value was still millions of dollars. I don't know what it was
Did
exactly.
this guy go to
but-
jail for a very long time, or did he get away with it?
No, he got caught eventually.
Yeah.
Ah, darn.
Did he get too ballsy or something with it? I
No,
don't
no. What
remember
happened
exactly
was,
what
what I remember happening, and this could all be take this with a grain of salt. But what I remember is there was this employee that like kept seeing that their 1/10 of a cent they weren't getting it, and they were upset about it. And so like he like mentioned it to other people, and they're like, "Oh, it's just the way it is," like like, what are you even talking about? And he's like, no. And he like contacted the bank, and the bank was like, oh yeah, that is weird. And they did an investigation, and he got caught from that investigation. So it was just someone really wanting their money, essentially.
All right, then.
Fun fact.
I saw another fun fact that says something along the lines of, it only takes you a second to pick up a penny, so if you make anything less than $36 an hour, it is worth your time to pick up that damn penny. Which is 1 penny a second is $36 an hour.
That
All
is
right,
a fun
then.
fact.
So, which I don't make that yet. Quentin's probably pretty damn close, if not above that. Cannot confirm or deny, I assume.
I actually don't know.
Oh, you don't know? I don't know what $36 an hour if you work a 40-hour week is actually quite a lot of money.
Apparently,
I
the
know-
type of sorry.
I know technicians in my department make well above that, but their hourly
Isn't
rate's like
that
$15,
close to-
$16.
That is $74,880 a year is $36 an hour.
Okay, so then yeah, that's pretty close to what I make.
Yeah, that's more.
Nice.
That's about what you make as well, isn't it, Kyle?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. 'Cause I thought-
$74,880. Is that roughly what you make?
Yes.
That is like, that means you are making $36 an hour, which means you can officially leave pennies on the ground and it's not worth your time.
Very nice.
But that's also assuming that is at your, if you are at your work. If you are
Yes.
not at your work, it is still worth it to pick up the pennies.
That depends. How much is your free time worth?
That's a good question.
Indeed.
But I think my
But
free
what
time
if you
is-
pick up the penny while you're on the job?
There you go. Now you're making more money.
Hey,
Yeah.
Unless if your employer sees you're picking up the penny and then doesn't pay you for that amount. That
Yeah,
second
right. They
time.
subtract
that
a
1
penny
cent.
from your paycheck. That's a deduction there. He picked up a penny off the ground. Mark that down.
Apparently, the type of theft we were just talking about has a name. It's called salami slicing.
Salami slicing.
That's the technical
That's
term.
such a good
Yes.
term. I love that. That's so
That
good.
had to have been made by some Italians.
Apparently, people say that it is believed that this has happened once, and there was someone in Canada who stole $70,000 using this type of attack.
Wait, I thought there was a real thing of millions of dollars.
I guess that
Yeah,
might
I
have
thought
just
so
been a
too.
textbook
Maybe that was
example.
just a textbook example. I
I
don't
don't know.
remember.
But either way, so
I
someone
recall
did
hearing
actually
about it in
steal-
some high school physics class.
Wait, why did you talk about it in
Physics.
physics?
I don't know. My physics class was not a physics class. It was literally just, hey, we're at vocational school. Come around, let's fuck around and
They're
have
like,
fun.
I mean, this physically happened, right?
We like learned the equations and whatever, but yeah, I don't know. It really wasn't like a physics class in the way of like you're learning physics. You learned the equations and how to sort of apply them, but that's kind of it. I don't
Can
know.
confirm also from going to a vocation school.
Very nice.
Which one did you go to?
I'm not sure I want to mention.
Oh, okay.
On
Well,
podcast.
what did you take?
Engineering technology.
Okay.
If that gives you any additional info.
I think I also went to a vocational school for engineering technology. Fun fact.
Very nice.
I'm the only one here who probably didn't, because I went to Catholic school for like most of my life.
It was quite worthwhile because I got to learn about AND gates, OR gates, inverters, all that fun stuff, and actually like put those chips together, do all your Boolean expressions.
Yeah, for anyone who's watching, would you recommend that they go to vocational school during high school?
No, actually, don't.
Also,
Why?
don't go to Catholic
And
school.
why?
College Credit Plus is worth significantly more. I went to a
Any
vocational
college
school
credit
for
class,
2 years.
whatever-
I received no college credit.
College credit
I
plus
have
is only an Ohio thing.
14, is it really?
Yes, it is.
What
It is.
the
It is
fuck?
not called that anywhere else.
Okay, I had no idea. I just sort of
I
assumed.
believe it is only an Ohio thing. I believe it's called something else elsewhere.
Take
However,
college courses, get real college credits.
AP
Don't do a
classes is the
vocational
general
school
term.
unless you're like a mechanic or something like that. If you're going for some form of engineering,
or if you're going to college afterwards,
or if you go to college afterwards, yeah. Some
Basic-
do transfer, but it depends on what university you go to as
Yeah,
well.
basically
So I
only
have
go-
14 university credits or a few more credit hours. I don't know. It could be as high as like 28 that are just on my record. They don't contribute to my GPA. They're just sort of there for the ride.
I'm
They're
also-
meaningless.
I'm also under the impression that high schools are actually required that if any of their juniors or seniors wants to take college level courses, they're required to pay for those college level courses, and you can just get college level
Yeah,
classes
no,
for free.
do it. If you're in high school, go to a college. At the very least, get done with English, chemistry, whatever in your last year. Knock out the general education classes, and then you just have your major to deal with.
that's literally what I did whenever I
Yeah,
went to
exactly.
to high school. My
Yep.
last year was at Kent State. My senior year I spent at Kent State. That's why I went to Kent State for my first year. So all I did was take college courses.
Yeah, the thing is,
Absolutely.
like schools won't tell you this though, right? Because the high school has to pay for those college.
Not the
courses they
high
go
school.
to.
In my
That's-
case, it was the state government who was
It's
paying
actually
for it.
funny. Our high school has an AP course, and the AP course gives the high school money. So our high school has a monetary incentivization to or incentive rather, to push the AP courses on you.
Yeah,
oh no,
instead.
Pop. Oh no.
What?
Oh well. Our high school has the incentive to make you take AP courses instead of do the college credit, even though the college credit is going to be better for you in the long term. If they push their AP courses, it makes the school look better. It gives them more money, all that.
College
Yeah.
Credit Plus is better. Changed my mind. AP sucks because you have to take a test at the end of the year to see if you actually get the credits.
Correct.
Yeah, not only that, but the credits that you actually get are like less than what you would have gotten if you
A
just
lot
took
of
normal
colleges like
college
Akron
classes.
is good about it, but since I did College Credit Plus, they're like, yeah, these just transfer like college courses, so it doesn't matter at all.
Yep.
But yeah.
Also, sometimes I've heard those AP exams are harder than actual college.
Yes.
level
Oh no,
exams.
Haley. Oh man, Haley has a
yeah, I
terrible
think
story
so.
about this, and I think I know most. Basically, yeah, she said that her final AP course was way, way, way harder than something she took in college for calculus. Like it was terrible. Now to be fair, I think she would have gotten Calc 1 and 2 if she had like gotten. I think she needed to get a 3. Which those tests are graded where they're graded out of 5. There are 3. They're a 1 to 5. A 1 basically is the equivalent to like failing. A 2 is also failing. A 3 is pass, and then a 4 and a 5 is better but still passing. So you just get a 3 and you get like college 1. You get Calc 1 and 2 as a college credit.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
But yeah, I said screw that. I'm doing College Credit Plus. So
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, I was unaware of that. Well, actually,
so-
no, I think I was. I knew that the AP stuff was graded like 1 to 5, I think.
yeah, so like I think the ACT is weird too. Which
Yeah.
honestly, the ACT when I took
It's kind of
that-
strange that if you just write your name on it and hand it in, you get a 12, if I'm not mistaken.
correct.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. What?
Yeah,
so
it's
you,
really dumb.
you
My
can't
professor,
score lower than
one
a
of
12.
my vocational school teacher used to joke that they fell asleep halfway through writing their name on the ACT, so they got a 6.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I went to a school where the average ACT score was a 17, which is really, really low, by the way.
It is, yes.
I think the average was like a 17. And
Yeah, what is everyone here's ACT scores if you're willing to disclose?
I don't remember. I think it's 27, but it could be 21.
I got a 20.
Nah,
I got a
because
20.
21 was Akron's like minimum requirement, right?
Correct, that was their minimum
above
requirement to
Akron's.
get
I'm
into
so sorry, I
Akron.
bumped your mic.
Well, no, I think
am
you could get into
so far above Akron's minimum requirement though. So yeah, 27 or 28.
Mine was a
somewhere
26 the second time I took it, and I did not study for either of the times I took it at all.
Quentin?
I took mine like 3 years out of high school. So if I would have taken it in high school, it probably would be similar. But mine, I got like a 19.
I got a 21.
there. It's kind of meaningless anyway. So
Yeah.
It
I
really
agree.
is. It's only.
I mean,
used for college
Kyle's way
placement.
smarter than I am.
I don't know about
let's
that,
face
but-
that. And yeah.
Kyle,
So-
the amazing thing about you is that you just absorb information like a child does. Like seriously,
yeah,
that's
I
not,
see
and I'm not.
that.
I mean, there's like a full compliment. Like I can literally send you an article, and you'll have the entire thing not only read in like minutes, but you'll like know all of like you'll be able to repeat back to me all of the information about it.
Wait, in minutes? Man's a speed reader.
Well, no, and that's don't you like watch all your YouTube videos on 2x speed, and you can still absorb all the information?
3, but yeah.
3x speed.
3x?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It depends how fast a person's talking.
Yeah, that's fair. I see some of that. If someone's talking super incredibly
Yeah, you can go,
slow
like, up to,
with,
like, 4 or
really
5 sometimes.
large.
Like when I took
gaps,
one of my
yeah.
college professors, so you probably know who I'm talking about. I had to listen to his videos on 2x speed.
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't
have
stand
to.
it.
It's like, yeah.
And like I hate reading on 2x speed. I hate listening to stuff on
I
2x.
generally listen to lectures at 1.75 ish.
Yeah,
I
my
feel
max is
like
usually, like,
2
2.
has a little bit too much distortion and stuff for me. I try to keep
That's-
it in that range to avoid
So
distorting
a
it.
fun fact is like YouTube will sometimes change their speed algorithm that they use. And I can tell because like my ear is trained to like how they have it. And whenever they change
Interesting.
it, I'm like, man, I have to relearn how.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, but basically, like for anyone out there who wants to like learn how to do it, you start at just 1.25 and then 1.5. It's like over time, you start to like build it up and like realize, oh, you can just understand all the information.
Yeah.
I'm bad at that though. Like I'm really bad at that. But to be fair, like if I'm just watching a YouTube video because I want to shut my brain off and I want to watch something, I am weird and I will watch an educational video, but I will also watch it at 1x speed. However, if I actually want to learn the information, it is better for me to find an article and read about it. That's just how my brain works.
One thing though is I do read pretty slow.
See that I don't read. I'm a speed. I read really fast.
The problem is I can read fast, but I won't retain any information. So I figure myself,
Yep.
I might as well read slow, which is really slow actually, slower than the average person, I'd say.
Have you seen that really wild thing where they like shift words around and you get a single
have,
box?
yeah.
It's one
I
word,
experiment
like
with it.
one letter is red, and they
What is it
just
called?
blast.
Do you remember?
through.
It's not one letter.
I
it's
don't
one
remember.
Word.
Yeah, it's one word and one letter is red. It's the middle ish letter in the word, and they just blast through it 500 words per minute.
But
or
you
something.
can perfectly focus on it.
Focus on it, perfectly understand it, and
I think I got up to 700 words per minute. I could read that. As long as I did that, I was able to read 700 words per minute and retain all the information.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's really wild.
But you do have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool to read through a textbook like that.
I thought about getting it just to use for school. However, I found an AI online that will summarize the articles into a single paragraph for me.
Really?
Yes.
I got to give that a shot.
You have to pay. If the article is over 2,500 words, you have to pay for it. So instead, I'll just
maybe we can make our own.
No. That's a project I have on the list.
How many?
It's already on the list.
How many projects are on the list?
More than we're seeing you get excited about something because you just
yeah, no, it goes ham.
Monkey brain. No, but yes, it's already on the list, and we have, I believe, 30.
Oh my god.
That's
good though. We got a nice big backlog. For
now
all
that being said, I'm going to prioritize the non-software projects over the software-only projects.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the reason
it's
why
easier
is
to
that they
do
make
that.
better YouTube
Yeah,
content.
they make better YouTube videos with hardware and stuff in there.
I still want us to
the
start.
breathalyzer.
The big one I want us to plan for is do the remote control kayak. I want to do that one in the spring.
Definitely, yeah. And I got motors. We can make it.
Maybe you should bleep me
whatever.
saying that.
No, I think it's fine.
I think
You
it's
think it's
fine.
fine?
Anyone who's going through the long form
Leak some
content, that's what they get.
Yeah, exactly. They get a little bit. They get a little taste for what's in store.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But the only thing that's a con about those, the only thing that is a con about that though, is that if we end up not doing it, then they end up super.
I mean, yeah, you're right. So there you go. Now you've set it in stone.
I have to say it. We have to do it now. To be fair,
I don't think it's very difficult.
You said it's
all
going to be.
things
You think it's
considered.
going to be really easy.
Yeah, it's going to be a breeze. Yeah, I mean, we could hook up a flight controller to it if we really want to. But yeah,
I just want to hook it. I literally just want to hook it up
radio.
to a controller.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
$20 for a receiver for my radio,
So-
or we could just grab one out of my quad.
Who wants to sit in the kayak while Ian is on shore remote controlling it?
Yeah, we can
guys
slap
are
an FPV camera on the
overcomplicating
front as well, like with my goggles.
what?
In that case, Quentin, you have volunteered to be the one in the kayak.
All right,
Quentin
let's
is
go.
volunteer to distribute. Let's go.
We appreciate your service.
because the damn dresser.
Do you want to tell them about the dresser idea?
Oh yes, the dresser idea was hilarious. I don't think
I
did
was
we ever
drunk,
tell you
but I
about that
remember
dresser
that.
idea? Do you know about the dresser idea?
No,
here?
what's the dresser idea?
Kyle, go.
All right, so my dad likes to keep the house extremely cold.
Yeah.
Right, is a problem. And so I have a personal heater for my room, and that's okay. But I'll my bed will be warm, I have a heated blanket. But then when I have to get up out of my room, it's super cold, right? And that's really annoying.
Yeah.
So what if my dresser was instead that keeps all my clothes? It's instead a heated dresser. So it warms all my clothes in the morning. So when you get up, you put on your clothes, and it's the same consistency as if you just took them out of the dryer.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Okay, I will say
That seems difficult.
No, I
but
think it'd be really
doable.
easy because we could also have it on a timer where
My
it
thought
only
was
does it in the
the
morning.
floor heater stuff. Have you ever seen the heated
Yes,
floor
I've seen
wire?
the heated floors.
Yeah,
yes.
just run that through the dresser.
Yeah, just
and-
on each of the drawers.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Or also, because heat rises, we could just literally have a space heater just blow hot air into the bottom.
No, the
Just
space
rise
heater is a
up.
bad idea due to how they
That one I
work.
think would actually be a flame hazard, though. I
That
think
is
the other one
actually-
we could do
heated
safe.
floor is safe-ish if
Ish.
you consider it's just a low resistance wire that you're running AC mains
Oh, and
through.
another common one is that
but-
people do heated floors that actually have literally gas pipes that burn like a grill underneath your garage.
Some people I think have them in
As
the
Yo,
house.
we
somebody
should do
that's
that on the
licensed to
dresser.
do
You just
heating
light
and
up your
cooling.
dresser. All your clothes, they're going to be hot for the rest of their life. I mean, sure, they're only going to last 5 minutes.
But I mean, it's IoT, right? Anyways, so you can make it so that way it knows when you're about to wake up, and then it'll only heat up right before.
That's
you're
part
gonna
of,
go.
that's going to be a big
Fortunately,
thing of
the
our-
heated floors take forever to heat up. I turned on a heated floor for 2 hours, and it raised by 3 degrees Fahrenheit.
Kyle has to
It
get
was
up at
ridiculous.
7:30 for work, so we have to start
he's
heating
gonna-
the
yeah,
clothes
we're gonna
at
have to
4
start
a.m.
heating- No. We're going to have to start heating the clothes at midnight.
At midnight.
Yeah.
That's okay.
However, if you're doing the electric coils, those don't take long to heat up.
That's true.
Like the ones that glow red hot?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I
yeah,
guess
yeah,
let's
yeah.
catch the clothes on fire.
You just got to current limit it, right? So it produces the right amount of heat.
I mean, I guess. I don't know, man.
Okay, so
We're,
I think
right
we're
around the
we're
end
about getting to the end here. So
Closing remarks?
Yes,
Anything
closing
like that?
closing remarks. Because we are about to hit the hour and 30-minute mark, which is exactly what I wanted to hit.
Lovely.
I see. Thank you everyone for coming to the podcast, Casual Coders Podcast. If you made it this far, let us know. Tell us what you liked, tell us what you didn't like, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time.
Absolutely. Thank you.